Going on, everybody? Welcome to this free training video. And in today's video, I'm just going to jump into a couple things. I'm going to talk about marketing research for your brand, what we do for top of funnel, what we do for middle funnel, and what we do at bottom of the funnel for all of our ad strategies moving forward, right? So before we get started here, let me just get out my handy dandy whiteboard and let's get going here, right? So first things first, the first thing I want to break down is overall market research and how we go about market research, right? I believe this is the most important thing before you even run ads, right? Is understand your market, understand what you're selling to the people you're selling to, right? So I'm gonna do a couple of things first. I'm gonna introduce two tactics that I use on the daily basis. Let's say when we land a client with my ad agency, right? Before we even get started, this is what we're doing before we even run ads. So two platforms I like using. All right, let's get started. Number one right here, Facebook ad library. So I don't know if you're not familiar with this or not, but what this platform is, right? You can just Google search Facebook ad library, and this shows you everybody that's running ads on the Facebook platform. And you can simply just look at all your high competitors in your niche, and then you could see what ads are they specifically running, right? And I like to look at ads that have been running for more than 3 months now. So anything that's been running for 3 months or more, I consider that a successful ad. And when I look and analyze these ads, I'm looking and focusing on three different structures, right? I'm focusing on three little tidbits. So first thing first, I'm looking at their ad creative. So I'm looking at their ad creative here. And then there's a couple things I'm analyzing, right? Is it a video they're running? Is it an image they're running? Are they selling a similar product to the business we're working with? And in doing that, right, I'm analyzing, how fast are they cutting their videos? Are they getting a lot of engagement with their ads? Are they doing all these sort of things? Next thing I'm analyzing is ad copy. So with ad copy, I'm looking for what sort of lingo, what slang are they using, right? How are they structuring their words together? What sort of emotions are they invoking to the customer who clicks on their ad for the very first time? I'm analyzing all this data, right? And I'm going to implement it for the ads we're going to use. So we have ad creative, we had ad copy, and also last but not least, it's also going to be tone of the complete structure of the Facebook ad, right? When I analyze this ad, is it going to make me happy? Is it going to make me sad? Is it going to make, what emotions are invoking? And is it getting the consumer to move on to the next step to make a purchase? So this is why I like utilizing Facebook ad library, because it's everything all at once, and you get to analyze what's already working for somebody else that's on a higher frequency than you in your niche. Moving on, right? Reddit. I believe this is severely underrated. And any online form, I believe, is severely underrated. And easy enough, right? 80% of your market hangs out on these online forums, right? 80%. And so you can tap into this simply by looking and Google searching Reddit and then just typing your niche, like type your niche, and then you're going to type in, like, you can just Google search that, or you can do like a specific problem that you're having or you're looking to hit with your market. And what these online forums do is it's a community of people sharing the same common beliefs, same common problems in the same niche. So if you're a dog owner, you can simply look up dog owner problems or whatever, dog owner, and then like the specific product, Google search that, and it's going to pull up like Reddit online forums. You click on the link, you go to the Reddit forum, and then you just see the platform, and then everybody in the community just asking questions. They ask problems they're experiencing, and they give off solutions. So this is where 80% of your market hangs out, is Reddit. And what you're looking for specifically is questions about your market and understanding your market. And with that, right, what do I mean by market? Well, we're trying to figure out how the way they talk to one another. Like, are they using a specific slang, specific words, specific keywords that you can use in your ad? We're analyzing how they talk, what overall are the problems that we see everybody experiencing with one another, and then more than anything, just emotions. What overall emotions is everybody sharing so that we can attract more people to the ad to then purchase? So we analyze the way they speak, the problems they have, and overall just the emotions. Because if you're a dog owner, you're going to be more likely to feel more emotional if your dog is experiencing some sort of pain because you feel like they've lived with you for so long, so you build up that relationship. So when playing on that emotion, when you run your ad, it's going to give you a better chance to get the sale. So that's what I have for market research. That is what we do, right? When we analyze them before we even run ads for the clients. Now, moving on to number 2, I'm gonna break this up into top of the funnel. And our main goal, our main objective here is just building engagement or social proof, brand awareness. And how do we do that, right? Well, there's a couple things, but before we get started here, I just want to break down how we break up each sector. So each sector, you have top of the funnel, you have middle of the funnel, you have bottom of the funnel. So each sector is going to have its own separate campaign. So what we have an objective for top of the funnel, that's going to be different from the objective for the middle of the funnel, from the objective from the bottom of the funnel, right? And so in just laying that foundation there, in theory, we're going to have all this stuff come together and then just completely dominate, have an automated like pixel. So it's going to be all systemized. So let's say a customer clicks on the top of the funnel and they don't convert, then they're going to get hit with the middle of the funnel campaign objective that we're already running. They don't convert, then they're going to get hit with the bottom of the funnel campaign objective, which is going to be retargeting. So it's all these things working together to get a cold person who doesn't know anything about the brand into being familiar and then make it a purchase. So that's how we do it. So at top of the funnel, right, I like to implement something called the 1-2 punch combo. And here, doing the 1-2 punch, simply what we're doing, right, we're going to have, I'd say, 2 campaigns running simultaneously. And so first one, optimized for the campaign objective is going to be for engagement. We're trying to build that social proof. We're trying to get a bunch of likes and comments on our posts while also having another campaign running focused on conversions. And what I've noticed so far in doing this is it just builds so much brand awareness. So this is just the 1-2 punch combo, and there's a couple things we're testing first. Overall, we want to have solid ad copy. So we're going to be continuously testing throughout all the funnels, throughout all the sectors of the funnel. We're going to be testing 3 things. So it's going to be, we're going to constantly be testing ad copy. Our creatives may vary from time to time because there's so much you can do with creatives. And then our objectives are going to be somewhat different, like I said, at each sector, but mainly these things right here, ad copy, ad creatives, we're going to be continuously testing that at every single step of the way. So I'd say develop some drafts of ad copy and then just keep testing that to see what works and what doesn't, get rid of the things that don't work, and then just implement the things that do work onto the next phase, moving on to the middle of the funnel. Same for creatives. We're continuously testing, so keep testing, have a bunch of drafts saved up, and then like at the end of the day, right, what worked yesterday may not work today, may not work tomorrow, right? So we have to continuously keep drafting, keep experimenting and all this at each sector of the funnel. But at the top of the funnel, we're focused on building that brand engagement, that brand awareness, turning a cold prospect into a lifelong customer. And in doing that, we do the 1-2 punch combo, engagement and conversion. Next step, right here is going to be middle of funnel. And what our objective here is going to be social proof. So top of the funnel, right? Building that engagement, focus on just developing solid ad copy, ad creatives that go hand in hand. Here, social proof. What we're going to focus on is two things. We're going to do creative structure and image structure here. Because I want to put a scenario in your head, right? Two scenarios in your head. So let's say first scenario, you're a customer, you click on another one of those ads, like another normal ad popping up on your Facebook feed. And then what do you see? You see an ad that has 0 likes, 0 comments and all that. Really not a lot of engagement. So then you're less likely to buy from an ad that has low engagement. But let's say you stumble upon an ad that's hitting you at the right time with the right product, and you see a lot of social proof on there, a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of shares, then that's significantly going to increase the odds of you getting that sale from that cold prospect, because they have social proof and they're more likely to trust you than from somebody that has an ad that has 0 likes. So creative structure here. If you figured out from top of the funnel that videos are going to be best for you, well, these 4 different strategies are going to help build that social proof. So first thing first right here, product review. Like going in depth and just giving an overall review of the product. Or if you have customers and they review the product, that's going to significantly boost social proof. Product in action. That's also solid because it builds that social proof, showing that your product actually works. If you're in the fitness space and let's say you're offering like weight loss or something like that, well, then product testimony is going to be huge from you. So if you can get like 3 customers, sorry about that. If you can get 3 customers to write out maybe even a solid testimony for you, that's going to be huge. Let's say if you're selling food products, having like a product taste test is also going to be huge in building that social proof. And our objective here, like I said, is building that social proof so that more people, more cold prospects are more likely to buy from you than somebody else, right? An image structure right here. Images, it depends if you're running like multiple, like let's say if you're running 3 products, then you might want to work with carousel, like a carousel style, like image structure where it's like 3 pictures all in one ad. So I don't know if you can read that. Let me rewrite it. That says carousel though. Carousel, probably misspelled it too. I'd say so. If you have a product in place on hand, I'd say the way you structure images is something like, let's say this is the product right here, having it up close to the camera where it's bigger than everything else is going to create that uniqueness, and it's going to want a person to stop and pause the ad and read through the ad copy. Also, if you're selling like glasses, clothing, having a model or having an influencer like take pictures for you of them with the accessories on hand and them wearing the accessories, also huge. So I'm gonna do like influencer on hand, right? So if they're wearing, if you're selling glasses, have them wear glasses and they take a picture for you. That's going to be huge. That builds that social proof because people want to see it in action. They don't just want to see it like everybody else's ads. You know what I mean? So you have like an influencer doing that. Also, if you don't want to have somebody else wear it, you could wear it yourself, or you can have it by itself with like some cool background. Where you have to be real creative. But our objective here, right, is not to make the ad seem like an everyday ad. So, and the biggest thing here is text limit. You want to have the least amount of words on the ad as possible, especially for images, right? We don't want any text on it whatsoever. We want the ad to not feel like another ad. So let's say you're friends with Susie and she looks at her friend's post. What's on her Instagram feed? Nothing but pictures of herself, right, or her family or whatever she's doing. There's hardly any text. So then when we run image ads at the middle of the funnel, we should replicate that feeling of just like a picture similar to what everybody is used to when they scroll through their feed and see nothing but their friends posting. So that's huge right there. Limit text. But yeah, that's what we do at middle of the funnel, building that social proof. We do it through, if we're running videos, product reviews, product testimony, product in action, product taste test. If it's an image, we can implement like a carousel style. We can have an influencer have it on hand wearing the product, and we have to limit text. It's our biggest thing here, building that social proof. And last sector of the funnel is where we just retarget everybody that didn't convert at the top of the funnel, at the middle of the funnel as well. So this is retarget. And with iOS 14, this limits the window we have. So we can only retarget now people from like who viewed the store, whatever, 7 days ago. So the window has significantly decreased, but this doesn't mean that it's going to affect the way we retarget, right? So the way I like to set up retargeting offers is simply by playing on two things. Two emotions. You can play on urgency, or you can play on scarcity to get that sell, right? Because at the end of the day, for whatever reason, your prospect clicked on the link to your website, they added to cart, but they didn't purchase for whatever reason. So the best way to get them back in and make the purchase is playing on these two emotions right here. And I suggest only sticking to one, because when we stick to one and we mean what we say, then the prospects are not going to get overwhelmed, and because most of the time I see people who run urgency and scarcity, but they don't mean what they say, right? Because you just refresh the page and then like the clock just resets on the website. So urgency, I mean urgency. If you want to create real urgency, have the offer up and running for like only 48 hours and then just take it off and just move on. Scarcity too. If you only have a limited amount of products, mean what you say when you say that. And then when a person refreshes your page, it doesn't just reset everything. No, mean what you say. So best way to create urgency, simply by creating an offer that ends in like a time limit. So that could be like a 24-hour offer, that could be 48 hours, etc. Right? That could be 72 hours, 72-hour offer, etc. So making time limited is going to be huge. That's how you create urgency, by making the discount up for a certain amount of time. Scarcity, best way to create scarcity, right? Let's say if you're running out of products that's selling fast, up the price, create scarcity by saying you have limited quantities available and that you're going to be out of stock in like a week, and then mean what you say when you say that, because then forces the prospect to buy, because you're playing on a certain emotion. And this is what we do at the bottom of the funnel. We're just retargeting everybody that didn't make a purchase, and we're playing on urgency, or we're playing on scarcity. The way I like to write ad copy, right, is following the structure. It's simply like, hey, we noticed that you added to cart, but you didn't make a purchase. Use this discount code below, and this will be available for like 48 hours before this offer ends. So take advantage of like the sweet deal or whatever. Simply, that's how I like to write the ad copy. So what was I saying? I got caught up with something in business, but some person just messaged me, but let's look at it. This is how we write ad copy. Hey, notice you didn't make a purchase. Notice you didn't make a purchase, take advantage of a sweet deal before the time ends or before the offer ends. That's how we write that up. So this is what we do from sector to sector, from market research to top of the funnel to middle of the funnel to bottom of the funnel. That's how we create and manage our ad structures moving forward. And I hope this free training was valuable for you. And definitely more videos are going to be dropping soon. But like I said, nothing too crazy right here. If your ads are complicated, then you're not doing something right. Because ads should be streamlined and super easy. And this is just the formula we follow when we structure our ads. So I hope you found some value from it. More videos are going to be dropping soon. But yeah, looking forward to filming more content. And like I said, hope you just found overall good value from this. So I appreciate it, and look forward for more videos dropping soon.